Perfect. So welcome everyone to night number 19. We've got 2 more after today. So we're going to finish off with personality, and then we're going to wrap it up. So the last session will be wrapping it up. So today, 1 more on personality. Tomorrow, maybe I'll get to share 1 of the 9 personalities, and then we'll wrap it up on day 21. And you want to see that one. The wrapping up is really amazing. Revision, and then we'll get right into it. So we are raising the inner awareness, and that is learning about the inner world. So we know a little bit about it. That's all it means. Yeah. So we know about our inner world, what's going on inside. And we are covering personality, a complete personality. We need to cover all of these here, in particular these here. So we've covered leadership, maturity, success, the 7 flavors. We also covered the 9 attractive personality traits. Now we won't be sharing the 9 gifts this course, but next course, yeah, we'll continue with what we haven't covered. So we have here the 3 lights that we've turned on. We're turning on, yeah, and we are putting that into ourselves. Like when we know it, we use it, eventually it builds up enough energy and becomes our reality. And that is when we got more value. So we understand the leadership, the core of leadership, yeah, proactivity and responsibility for what we hear, what we see, and what we think. And then we know maturity is 80% being the person and 20% is the work, being good at the work. Only 20% is the person you want to be. Success is to achieve your desired outcome or to have what you want, simply put, that others want to be with you, and life and experiencing the life flavor number 4, which is you have career and your maturity. It brings success, and that is brought with one of the ways we can have people wanting to be with us is perfecting our personality traits. Yeah, in with the 9 ways that experts have gathered for us, have shown us, sort of put it together and cut down and sort of sharpen it and make it simplify them for us. So 7 flavors of life. We have leadership here, maturity and success, and we want to experience all of the 7 flavors all at once. We don't have to do one and then another. We can have it all at once, so that we can create the culture that we can pass on to our younger generations. And then our 9, all right, this is where we are going to pick up from. 9. Did anyone have a think of these, 9, and then have anything to share? What do you think about these? I wonder, Christina, will you be able to speak, share, or if you can't, it's okay, I can understand. But,
hi, Lynn.
yeah.
You might have caught me at a great moment. Where I can. Oh yes, so following on from yesterday, as we were sort of finishing it, and we talked about all of those components and then putting them together, like making something in the kitchen into a bowl. And well, that was an analogy I used, and I think we're going to be talking further about that.
Yes.
In that way. But I think they're amazing attributes, and I also feel that you can have them all at the same time, but certain situations may require you to work on part of it, or that you use that feature more. That's my experience.
Yeah. And so today I'll be sharing with you some of the attributes, or I guess the keys to pay attention to, because sometimes, we think that we are joyful, but others might not find us very joyful to be with. or that we are hopeful, but when others don't. So today, when I shared this with you, it's just for us to have an idea of what they are. Yeah, I haven't got into the details for some of them, and they're just basically they're just concepts. They're not really personality traits. And let's look at them. Yeah, so we have a vague idea. Yeah, a vague idea of there are 9, and these are the 9, but we don't know the details as to personality. How are they a personality trait? Yeah, wisdom is wisdom, being wise is being wise. Yeah, how do they become a personality trait? Needs a little bit more sort of more I guess depth in it. Okay, so I'll leave this one here, and let's explore now the personality traits. So let's explore the meaning, yeah, the definition of personality first, and read the personality person. So I've got it written like this. It's in gray lead. I can put it here. So I'll read it to you, and if you would write it down, it explains what personality is. Yeah, according to the, under that light of those 3 referencing systems that we've been using. And then what a person a person who is enriched with personality, what does it look like? Yes, it gives us a little picture. Okay, so personality. A person's personality is a collection of the states of emotion. Yeah. So here, it's important to pay attention to these states of emotion. So a person's personality is a collection of the states of emotion and states of inner awareness. So they are different. Emotion and inner awareness. This is key. Expressed. So, okay. A person's personality is a collection of the states of emotion and states of inner awareness expressed through the mind picture. So that mental visual representations through the mind picture and their material and immaterial, which is the intangible and intangible that I've been using, their material and immaterial values. So I want you to pay attention to the values. So there's states of emotion and then states of inner awareness. And keyword here is values. And then mind picture. Yeah. Towards themselves. Yeah. Towards themselves. And the relationship they have with others. So a person's personality is a collection of the states of emotion and states of inner awareness. It's a collection. So it's over time. Yeah, it collects over time. Expressed through the mind picture and their material and immaterial values. So what picture you have of yourself, what you hold of yourself in terms of the values that you carry towards themselves, so towards about yourself, and the relationship they have with others. So now it goes on to another. It will make better sense once we dig deeper. So that's why you can see I will do this after I've explained all the core concepts with you. But today we're seeing this first. Yeah, towards themselves. So that's one person there, ourselves here, who we are. And in the relationship we have of others. So there's others as well. That's also a keyword. Yeah, lots of keywords. All right. So a person with an enriched personality, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to enrich our personality so that we can attract. Yeah, because we can make people come to us. And we can bring ourselves to people, but they still won't connect with us. Yeah, have you ever heard of that expression where, if you're so lonely in a room of so many people, you can be there, but you're not connecting. So enriching our personality so that we can connect. Yeah, so that we can attract people to us. Enriched personality, or a person who has a complete personality. So we can call it an enriched personality or a complete personality, is one who expresses their sense of enoughness. I use it. Yeah, enough, being enough, like that enoughness of their states of emotions. So they're expressing the enoughness of their states of emotion and their states of inner awareness through joy, hope, beliefs, wisdom. These are the ones that we've already covered. Through joy, hope, beliefs, yeah, wisdom, respectfully gratefulness, love, compassion, humility, truth towards themselves and in their relationship with others. Yeah, a person with an enriched personality or a person who has a complete personality. I'll just move it down in case Anne wants to catch up. There. Yeah. Is one who can express their, who expresses their sense of enoughness of their states of emotions and their states of inner awareness through joy, hope, beliefs, wisdom, respectfully gratefulness, love, compassion, humility, truth towards themselves and their relationship and the relationships that they are and their relationship with others. Okay, so now we've got a few keywords here and we're going to unpack them. Okay. A few concepts we have to understand first. First of all, let's divide our paper into, I'll leave this one here so it's not going to disappear. Paper, divide into quarters, so into 4 parts. And we're going to explore these 4 parts. 4 important concepts that we must be clear first. Yeah, clear first. And then we will be able to understand this definition, as well as understand what personality actually is. Because when we understand it, then we can turn the 9 traits into our personality. Yeah. So it's not simple as, oh yeah, that I'll just do that. It's not as simple as that. When we say a personality that can turn into your personal branding and then personal trademark, like you are known for that. Yeah. That's when people can carry that picture of you for you. So, and we'll talk about that as well, the power of that. So let's divide into quarters, into 4 parts, down in the middle. And then I normally just draw on with my hand, but today I'm going to be fancy and use a ruler. I'm often not as happy with the lines when I draw with a ruler than when I do freehand. I think when you don't expect it to be straight and it's sort of straight and you'll be happy. When with a ruler, you're like, is it angle right and everything? So first of all, we know in here we have states of emotion and states of the inner awareness. So they are different. Yeah, we have to make those ones clear. So let's write them in here. Those 2 states of emotions on this side and states of inner awareness on this side. Let me use red. Oh, no, it's not. This is not red. Purple or sort of maroon. States of emotions. Yeah. Yeah. States of emotions. On this side. And then on the other side, we will have states of inner awareness. Red. No. Okay, red. Yeah. Now states of inner awareness. Okay, so what are they, first of all? Do you want to have a go at so there's an inner state of awareness And then there's an emotion, a state of emotion. So when you come to say joy, hopeful, to be, we've got to make clear first. Yeah. So an emotion, they're like bubbles of illusion. Yeah. So they come and they go. So with an emotion, let's just make them clear first for us, is that it comes from a reason, like it has a reason. So you say you are happy, and you because my son's cleaning, he's washing the dishes, makes me very happy. Yeah. So that when that happens, like you've got a reason to be happy. That is an emotion, a state of emotion. So reason, so from a reason or reasons. Yeah. Yep. So that's one. And the other one is it's subject to change when there's in emotions. Would you agree with me that it can change? Like one moment you're happy, the next you're not, because he's not doing it anymore. Yeah, maybe I thought he was washing dishes, so it makes me happy. And then he's not. Then it's gone. So that it's very, it fluctuates, it's not lasting. Yeah, subject to change. There you go. So two. Yes, say for example, I have an example of here. I'm going to put this example in here. You know, I'm happy when I see A plus, for example, as parents. Yeah. And then you're like, so then I'm like, ah. When I see this is what happened in COVID, during COVID. It's gone back the other way now. So I'm happy. So it's like up and down. Yeah. But when it's an inner awareness, so this one, can you see how it's subject to change? And therefore, so here I'm like joyful, I'm like hopeful. Yeah. There's hope, there's joy, there's belief in you. I believe in you. You can do it. Yeah. And then here as like, right? That is what happens when it's through emotions. Goes up and it goes down, it's gone. But when it's an inner awareness, then it doesn't matter. It is a knowing. It's a knowing. So whether it's an A plus or a D plus, it doesn't matter. You just know. So some people use this example, and I think it's quite an interesting one, where say if I was to ask you, Anne, right? Because oh, bin, yeah. I've been using bin lately.
I
You use
know,
bin,
it's like,
right? So bin, okay. So bin feels a bit left out. Let's use bin. So bin, are you a male or a female?
ooh, a male, I think, yeah.
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 So I said, can you prove it?
I got B.
Yeah. So it doesn't always. I mean, how do you say? Like that's not true. There's even with your, with everything, you still can't prove that you're a man. You're male, because sometimes you're not.
Yeah,
Yeah. So are you a male or a female?
male.
How do you know?
What do you mean I know?
Yeah. How do you know?
Sound like a male?
Have you ever haven't there been times where you heard someone's voice and you're like, is that a man or a woman? Yeah, some people have deep voices too. I mean, how do you prove that?
Adam apples.
Adam apples. Females have Adam apples. Some. Whether this Adam apple doesn't prove anything that you're a man. It doesn't prove anything that you're a man. So how do you prove that? Now he's sorry. He's looking. He's giving me dirty looks. He's giving me. He's like, why do you do this to me? Yeah, that's exactly it. So are you a man? Are you a male or a female?
Now you make me think about it.
Are you a male or female?
Depend. Now I'm female.
Do you really believe that you're a female?
No.
I'm serious. Are you a male or female?
A male.
You're
What?
a male.
Yes, but yes.
Yeah, and that's it. There, that is an inner knowing. Because there is no need for a reason to explain anything. You just know it. Yeah. I don't care what you say, Lynn. I am a male. Are you with me? That is an inner knowing. And so when you have that inner knowing, no one can shake it. Why is that so important? Is when it comes to this one here, down here. Yeah. But that is an inner knowing. You just know. Like, what do you mean? Like, Lynn, you say, you know, you lied. When I was little. Yeah, when I was little. And I had the hiccups, you know, when you do the hiccups. And then mom said to me, Lynn, someone report the lady who lived down the road reported you stole their thongs. You stole their thongs. I'm like, I did not. And she's like, yeah, you did. No, I did not. I did not. And I started crying because it was like, and then I stopped hiccup. I stopped with a hiccup. But the inside of me knows that. Yeah, I can't prove that, but I know I didn't. Are you with me? It's just an inner knowing where you can't say anything about it. You just know. You just know. That's an inner knowing. Yeah, that's an inner awareness. You know from deep within. Deep within. Okay, we'll leave that one there. Just the difference between those two. And that is in the definition here that you have both. Yeah, both. In personality, you have both the states of inner of emotions and then the states of inner awareness expressed through the mind picture. So the image that you have, we'll leave that one for now. And the material image of values, leave that one for now. Yeah, towards the relationship that you're in and towards others. So here we are. We've got two more. So here we have when we are here with these emotions and it changes. Yeah, sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're not. So then for our kids, do you think we can come across as joyful? Are we a person? Do we have the personality of joy and hope when they come home with D and we're like, what? Are you with me? Am I leading to the next part smoothly? What am I trying to lead to is when you have this, when it comes from this emotion, the states of emotion, and there has to be reason and it's subject to change. Yeah. Can you call that someone's personality? Can you say, oh, that's personality of not joy when you come home with she's joyful and then she's not? Or when you had enough sleep, you're happy, and then when you're not, you're not happy. It's subject to a reason. So then it changes. Yeah, it changes. And so there is an expression that this is when the emotion is expressed this way. This way. Fragmented personality. Have you heard of that before? Is there another way to express this? It's fragmented. Yeah. So it's fragmented because sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. So with one person that you are very happy all the time, you know, there are some I don't know, let's find an example of, you know, like parents like us. Yeah, we do this at home. We're difficult, we're hard, and then outside with other people we're very kind and loving and very easygoing. Have you seen that before? There are people, especially, I think, you know, well, I think everyone actually, it can happen with anyone. Yeah, that at home you're super difficult and you're just, I don't know, somewhat grumpy as well. And then when we're outside, everyone sees you as this great, you know, fun, loving person. And then at home, you're grumpy and you're difficult and you're intense all the time. Yeah. So then that is fragmented because it's not consistent. Yeah, it changes. There are reasons. So that is fragmented personality. So here, this is my visual for it. So let's like this. So this is us. That's us. Yeah. So it's like this. To this person out here, sometimes we are this happy, and then sometimes we are this. Not that we can't have emotions, but for the same thing. Yeah, for the same thing. Or, so this is not to say that we have emotions and we feel different things at different times, but yeah. And then there are this is for the same thing, but at different, towards different people. They see us as this. Yeah. They're confused all the time, don't know, on edge. So then what happens is our personality comes across fragmented to different people. It doesn't set. That, then people don't know how to hold your image. They don't know how to, when they think of you, they're confused. Sometimes you're this, sometimes you're that. It's hard to trust or hard to work with, because we know we can know how to work with them. But then if it's like it changes all the time, how do we know how to be with you? Yeah. If they're always angry, yeah, at least we know to stay away. Yeah, or to be careful, or whatever it is that we want to. But so that is when it's fragmented. Yeah, it doesn't form a personality that we can say, okay, that can become your personal branding. But here, so on here, with this inner awareness here, yeah, so we have both. Yeah, both of them make up our personality. This one here, what happens is it helps us to stay to stay consistent. That's key. That's the key. Yeah. With this consistency, well, when we are consistent, then that becomes our personality. And from that personality, people see it over and over and over. It's consistent. You're with, the same with your kids as you are with your colleagues, with the stranger down the road. Then that becomes your personal branding. It has to be consistent, not just when you're happy or when you want something. We very, very sort of wary of that person. Oh, you're so nice today. What do you want? Yeah, because it's like it's out of the blue, not consistent. And then of course, when we can have that, then it becomes a personal trademark. Yeah. And this one is good at like a workplace. If people can count on you as a person who can be trusted for very careful with something. Yeah. Or very, let's bring these out here, very hopeful. Yeah. Very loving. Has humility. Always with their truth. Is compassionate. Stands for respectfully grateful. A person who's full of gratitude. A person who believes this empowering beliefs, makes everyone feel good about themselves. A person who's hopeful. Anyone who comes to them knows exactly what they want, feels that they can. Yeah, you'd want them on your team. Yeah. So those are the 4 areas. And then there's a final one for us to understand this. What creates that personality? Yeah. What helps you to make up this? So now that we know these, we know the characters here, how do we turn this into a personality? Is, first of all, be aware of these 2. Is it a state of emotion or is it a state of inner awareness? Yeah, inner awareness will last, but both of them will form your personality. Okay. And then we have going for time. Good. Are you going, Bill?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those two. Can you see how it's actually coming towards that personal, it becomes you. It becomes this over time. You can say, oh, that person's like that. Yeah. So, okay. And we don't want to be the person who's like that, as in that person's always grumpy. Yeah. That person's angry all the time. And we do have people who are like that. You're portraying that all the time, consistently angry, consistently sad. Yeah. We want to be consistently joyful, then it becomes your personality. Then it becomes, that person's really joyful. Okay, so now this one, let's form a personality. It's now forming a personality. Forming a personality. So creating this personality, creating this personality. Which one would you like? Let's pick from one and let's start cooking. Yeah, with Christina here. Pick one. Let's say loving, right? We need to have the concepts around loving, and that's not today. I'm not sharing it today. Tomorrow I'll share one. I don't know which one I want to share yet. I've got to pick one. There's 9. It's hard to pick, but I will share one. And so we pick one and we're going to create it. Yeah. This is, and we know that it requires consistency, and it's got to come from the inner awareness so that it can be consistent. Yeah. All right. But forming this one looks like this. So, yeah. So we have to form a personality that where people can think of you and know what you stand for, really. So let's start with you. Let me see if I have space here. Okay. Here's us. Yeah. And another. All right. This is the self. And I'm going to write self here. Self. Yeah. Self is like this. And let's say the self has a body and arms, legs. Lee walked past me before and he's like, Mom, are you sure you're doing your work? Why are you doing drawing figures? I said, Lee, would you like to know about personality? He's like, no. So here's, okay, here's the other person looking at you. Yeah, looking at you. Yeah, that's the other person, the other. So this is other. Yeah. Of course, others have also a body, arms. It's important to draw the body because it's about their behavior, how they are, the actions. So we need the legs and the body. Otherwise, I just draw the face. Okay, these people looks like they've got very big bodies and very short legs. That's okay. I do much better over here. But so here those. Okay, so here we are. Yeah, and we are trying to form what we're forming that personality. How does that work? Is what you believe. What you remember the mind picture. The mental image. Yeah, the mind picture. So your emotions and your inner awareness of you are a man or not a man, or are you happy or not happy, that inner knowing that you are through the mind picture. Now, for us, we have a mind picture of ourselves. Yeah, our visual image of ourselves here. Yeah. And it's so we got to let it out, right? First of all, it's us expressing it out. And that is our self-image, or I'm going to write mind picture. Yeah. See, I want to write here self-image, but I want to write self-image. I want to write self-image. And you know that I mean the mind picture that you have of you. Your self-image, because it makes better sense here. Your self-image, which is of your value. Remember that we say here value of your value. See here. And it is it either material or immaterial? So the things that you can have, or the intangible values, you know, the immaterial. So material or immaterial? Material or immaterial? I'm going to write up here. Okay. Are you with me? You are going to express it out, and then how people view you. Now from that, so you are going to express it from your body. Yeah. Be mindful of the arrow. So it's not what you think or what you tell people. Like, I'm a really joyful person. That doesn't work. When you say that, how people view of your behavior, that's what I'm going to do from the body, as in behavior. Could be also from your mouth, yeah, from what you say. But from your behavior, it will create that image in the other person's mind, image of you. Are you with me? Yeah. So now this person has a mind image of you from what you think you are. Are you with me? This one here is so good. Now, through your mind image, you behave in a way that you think whatever that you are thinking in here. This is why you can't fool anyone. Yeah, there's no fooling, because it's true. It's just, it comes out. So from here, you behave in a certain way. They will now see your self-image through your behavior, not from the true stuff, but from your behavior. They will form your image in their mind. So now it's your image, not self-image. Yeah, this is not their image, but your image. Yeah, your image, and that is through the value that you have. Yeah, or not value, and of course material or immaterial. Just want to be consistent with some of the people who are using it in English. Yeah, so they see that of you, and now this is the funny part. So now they see you as that. So you behave in a certain way, then they see you like that, and then they behave back to you. So they can't. So you can read what they're going on in their mind, but through their behavior, it sends back to you what your self-image is in here, and it adds to that. Are you with me here? Can you see how your personality is forming here? You express in a way, they express in a way about what they think of you, and now that it then helps to form the image of yourself. So first, what you think of you, and then what others think of you affect the way you behave. Okay, so now you behave this way. So like, you know, I'm not very happy, but then if everyone comes around and say, I'm happy, Lynn, you're very happy. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm happy. Yeah? You with me? So it's like, okay, I'm happy. So then now I'm happy. Yeah, that's how it's formed. It's formed from other people holding the picture of you, and you holding that picture. When they are consistent, then it keeps following like this. So now you've got this thing with this person. Do you sometimes have, like, when you see that person, you're always happy because they hold you as the happy person? That's it. Or, you know, I don't know, we have different roles. You know, we go into that, or that helpful person. You know, when you see them, you just that particular person, you take care of them, but not with another. With another, you sit and they take care of you. Yeah, it's that you do that and then they behave that, and then you hold this thing that keeps repeating. And to them, they have this thing for you. Oh, yeah, that's your personality. But then you're like, you know, you go to the person who you haven't been helping, and she's like, oh, no, you're not. No, she's not. Like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about. She's not like that. She's not funny. She's not joyful. She's not hopeful. Do you know how bad she makes me feel? Yeah. Oh, no, she's so wise. She's so, you know, she's always in there, and like she knows what's wrong, like that. Because really? Are you sure? Yeah. So it's one person at a time like that. So how consistent you are. And then to form the personality that is like a personal branding, that then you need to have it with, okay. So I'm going to write, because you need to have it. Whoops. Natural 4 people. Yeah, and then looking, this person's sort of lying down, but he's not looking at you. Okay. And then that person's looking at you. And that person too is seeing you this way. Oops, one. And that person's looking at you. Yeah, they are all looking at you with that same trait that you express through your behavior. If it is, this person is seeing the same thing, this person is seeing the same thing, this person is seeing the same thing, and this person is also seeing that same thing coming from you. Now you've achieved multiple people, yeah, with a lot of people. So there's the key is that multiple, yeah, and also consistent.